Well, hey guys, welcome back to Bartlow's Barbecue, and today, that's right, we are smoking pizzas on the Kamado Joe, and this is gonna be a great family endeavor. We're making 4 10-inch pizzas for the entire family, and guess what? I'm doing it without the Dojoe on the Kamado. I don't have that accessory yet, but maybe I'll do another one once I get that and receive that. But today, no matter what type of grill you have, smoker or egg, we're gonna show you a step-by-step process on how to produce the perfect pizza. Let's go. All right, who's ready to make some pizza dough? Man, this is gonna be so fun. I love pizza. And this is gonna be a step-by-step process on how we're gonna do it. There's a few options on how to make dough. Depending on your availability, your time frame that you have, is you can buy the pre-store-bought mix, which is what we're doing today, or you buy the right ingredients to make the dough, or buy even a pre-made, already packaged dough. So we're gonna do the middle options where we're gonna be able to take this flour, dump it in a clear bowl like this, and I put a cup and 1/4 cup of water in here. Then we're gonna place the yeast in here to help it all rise. Then we're gonna take a fork and we're gonna stir it together until we get the right texture we are looking for, my friends. And then once we do, then we're gonna put this ball of dough, and actually I'm gonna leave it right in here once I get it to the right texture I'm looking for. And we will put some saran wrap over the bowl, let it rise for about 45 minutes. And that's perfect as we're trying to get the dough up to temperature today, and because we're gonna be fast firing these amazing pizzas, and we'll be decorating him in a moment with my family. So let me show you how this is turning out. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna keep on doing a little bit more, but just so you get an idea of what it looks like. There you go. And we're gonna saran wrap this, let it sit, and let it rise, and then we'll be ready to press, put on our toppings, and then put it on the Joe. Let's go. All right, guys, we are done letting the dough rise. We have used the pizza cutter to cut the dough into 4 even pieces of dough, putting the 3 aside because we're gonna make those 3 off camera, but we're gonna show you what it looks like. So I like to pretend, well, you know, we're just making pizza.
Also, how many people you have in your family, you can use. You just have, if you have more people in your family that you're making it for, that's how much dough you want to make.
True story. You definitely want to put some flour down so it can spread out, and we're gonna stretch this out.
It's been sitting, I think, in the fridge since 1 o'clock.
Every time I make pizza dough, friends, I feel like I have to do this. Pizza, pizza. And spin it around, spin it around. Oh yeah, come on, there you go, you try it.
Pizza, pizza.
All right. Now that's a bonus tip. You get to try as we're making pizza. We're gonna lay this down. I'm gonna bring you in close, and we're gonna start putting our toppings on the pizza.
We do have our toppings.
All right, guys, we are putting on this pizza right now onto the Joe. We got it cranked up to 600 to 700 degrees. We got that pumping. All right, guys, we are back, and we just got done cooking the 2 kids' pizzas, and now we're about to put on the adult pizzas. But here are a few tips I would say as we're preparing the next few pizzas. These space dividers in between your heat deflectors and also your pizza stone is a game changer. It helps the heat deflectors not take all the heat, but also even out your pizza stone surface. So when you're cooking at high heats, when we're at 600, 700 degrees, you're able to cook the pizza fast. And so that's pretty much the big principle. The higher the temp, the quicker the cook, especially on pizzas on the Kamado Joe. And so that's something I would just tell you, it's totally worth it. And you want to keep your eye on that pizza stone and that pizza. Look at that, the brownie on the outside of the crust. Look at the cheese starting to bubble up but not be burnt and still be cheesy. That's when you're turning it probably at the 2-minute mark and just turning that pizza around, getting an even cook and pulling it maybe at 5 to 6 minutes. Not 10 minutes, I said earlier, but about that 5 or 6 mark, because it's cooking fast. So now we're gonna dive in, put the adult pizzas on, do a taste test, and cannot wait to dive into that. Let's go. Right now we are getting fresh basil from our garden to make pesto pizza with my awesome wife, Brooke.
We have an abundance of pesto an abundance of basil rather, and my mom in fact gave me the idea to use this to make pesto. So I mean, just look how fresh and vibrant the colors are this year, green. Rather than drying it, I wanted to use it fresh to make some pesto, so let's go do it. Okay, we're back inside, and I have the basil that I pulled out of our garden. The ingredients that I chose to make, you can make pesto all sorts of ways, but I choose it without nuts. I don't have an aversion to nuts, I just don't like it in my pesto. So I have olive oil, and I have garlic salt. I prefer that over cloves. And then very heavy-handed on the pepper. I love fresh cracked pepper. This is a pro tip, Parmesan crisp. You can find these at lots of stores, but this gives such a punch of flavor with Parmesan rather than just grated Parmesan. And so it ends up looking, after you put all of those ingredients, I put about a cup of the basil, and then just about a ½ teaspoon of the garlic. I put about a ½ cup of the olive oil, again heavy-handed on the pepper, and just a handful of these. Turns into this incredible basil fresh pesto. And I'll tell you, I took this out to my husband at the grill and said, give this a taste. It's game-changing. He tasted it and said, wow. Then took it over to my 7-year-old and she tasted it. She loved it as well. One final piece, I just want to show you, this is any brand of store-bought pesto. You can see the difference in color. Obviously something that's processed has lots of ingredients versus something that's fresh. Always makes a difference in the pizza and the flavor, so we hope you try it out.
All right guys, we are gonna put these 2 adult pizzas on there. I want you to check this out. Look how they turned out. We got pepperoni and mushrooms and just straight up pepperoni, but they're both that pesto sauce that my wife made. And we're gonna carefully put these on here. You know, I love pepperoni pizza. You know, I always said this in college, which was like over decades ago. I used to say, like, you know what, I'm gonna open up my own pizza joint, and I call it, because I'm obsessed with pepperonis. And I would say, I'm gonna call it pepperonis only. And when you would call in, I would say, pepperonis only, keep it simple, stupid. Dad joke for you. All right, guys, we are back and we finished up the pizzas. Look how this artisan pizza turned out. This is pesto with pepperoni. My wife also had one that was pepperoni and also mushroom, I believe, again with pesto sauce. This was literally homegrown pesto. It was so good. We're gonna take a bite right now. You can notice how that crust on the bottom is got some browning, but it's not burnt. And so let it cool down. It is gonna be a little hot, but we're going for it. Guys, I've got to go for a second bite for that pepperoni. Okay, my wife said this was game-changing. I'm convinced. This pesto is legit. All my taste buds are coming alive right now as I was swallowing that, tasting that just amazing pesto. Obviously that really stringy and cheesy cheese with the pepperoni. It was awesome. So this is how you make a pepperoni